Hi guys, Garrs from the Evo project again. Today I'm bringing you a Sorc Trials build, no bubbles. This build is fairly easy to make. It's a little bit strange because it doesn't run shields at all, but it does require decent healers and you to know where the heals are going, otherwise you will drop. It's a dot build. That stacks that use dots. These are the non-buff stats. No food, nothing on at the moment. So 31k max magicka, nearly 32. Obviously you can see 10k max health, 10k max stam, just over 1100 magicka recovery, and just under 2000 spell damage, and just under 60. On 65% crit. All your points into magicka, running the Thief Munderstone for the increased critical strike chance. On your front bar, you run Inner Light for the extra magicka and spell critical. You also run Bound Aegis for more max magicka, and also the minor ward and resolve, which plays a massive part in the build. And when you've got a Daedric ability slotted, it also increases your health and stam recovery. They're double barred, so it's on both bars. Fairly simple. It's triple bar. It is on your overload bar as well, but we'll get to that. It's a double destro build, so use elemental blockade as a dot on your front bar, inferno staff, force pulse and crystal frags for your high hitting DPS when it comes up, when it procs, and meteor on the front. You don't have to run meteor, you could run summon Storm Atronach, well, any of the major ultimates really, Dawnbreaker. Could run barrier and warhorn as well, just to help the group out. On your back bar, I like a lightning staff. I like to put all my lightning abilities on this bar as well. Don't have to, but it's just preference really. On this bar you're running, obviously, as I said, in light and Bound Aegis again. Now this is the important thing, you're running Boundless Storm, which obviously deals electric damage as a dot, but also gives you major and minor, major resolve and major ward. Crucial, absolutely crucial. You've got to keep this up on your build. You'll get one hit if you don't. Liquid Lightning is your second dot, and also enemies can activate it, so it's good synergy. And as an execute, we run Mage's Wrath. Don't really start activating this until they're below 15% health. I like to activate it after 10. These obviously get massive abilities from this. Also your spell and weapon damage is increased for each ability you have, so this bar will hit slightly higher, I believe. Right, passives, normal passives where you need them. Low on skill points on this build because it is literally all I use it for. Yeah, not much. I'm a dark elf because I like dark elves. High elf is the best for this build. Probably high elf, dark elf, probably Imperial or Agonian. Agonian wouldn't be too bad for resource management and a bit more health. the gear. Now the gear I run, I would run my Maelstrom, Inferno and 2 Infernos, but they're on another build at the moment on my healer, which I'm going to bring out later. So at the moment I've just got staffs. This is not the most optimal build. There's a lot of ways you can change around with this as well, but the crucial bit is the 5-piece infallible ether. This is not good trait stuff. I've literally just brought it out, so these stats are not brilliant. But obviously, as you can see, it gives you spell critical, minus slayer, causing more damage, spell damage. Your fully charged heavy attacks do an additional 871 damage. Enemies you damage with fully charged heavy attacks are afflicted with minor vulnerability for 10 seconds, increasing the damage taken by 8%, and it gives you a load more spell crit again. This is crucial to keep this up. There'll be lots of people probably running it nowadays. I still like it because, as a lot of people know, in trials, especially normal trials, you can't trust everyone in them. With this build as well, you could change this all about. So at the moment I'm running 2 elegant because I don't have legs. So I'm just doing it for the increased spell damage, but you could run here Ninries for the increased health and damage over time lick crystal. It's quite good, it procs quite well. From not damage over time, sorry, so that will come off your light weaves, heavy weaves, crushing shock, and your crystal frags. Cause that to come in, which is not bad. You could run Keener because of the dots, but you'd have to watch crushing shock. 2-piece Keener. You could run 1 Keener and 1 health if you wanted to be a little bit more tanky. I run willpower on all of them, 1 recovery, 2 spell damage. I might change that to spell damage. Depends if your healer is running weakness to elements, or its morph that returns magicka. I would go all spell damage as much as possible because you'll be regenning back the magicka that you lost through that. Also, they should have the worm on, which will reduce the cost of your magicka abilities as well, I believe. So yeah, optimized party. This build is really good. I would run max health, max magicka food, and if I buff up now, I will show you. And these are the buff stats. So just under 40k max magicka on the back bar. On the front bar, 40k, 2 damage. If I just, on the overload bar, you have inner light, you have power surge, you have lightning splash and dark deal. Not really crucial, don't really use them much. As you can see, go to just over 2.3k spell damage. Obviously with a Maelstrom weapon, stuff like that, that's obviously going to go up. So I think you're looking at around about 2.6k spell damage with 65 crit, which is ideal. Obviously if crit surge on, you can heal through that. You heal through your crystal frags. They give you health back through the dark magic passive. Right, we're going to champion points now. And 92 points into magician to reduce the cost of your magicka abilities. 85 into recovery. And that is it. You could take some out of recovery and put them into tendency to give you more magicka and stamina back. None in the shadow. In the apprentice, 30 into elfborn. 95 into Elemental Expert, and 20 into Spell Erosion. I'm thinking about maybe taking some out of Spell Erosion to 10 and putting them into Elfborn, just that extra hit. You could take 10 out of Elemental and put it into Staff Expert as well if you wanted to get Retaliation. And 32 points into Thermitage. None in the Steed. 10 points into Thick Skin, 70 into Hardy, and 70 into Elemental Defender. This is crucial for reducing damage you take, so obviously you don't have your shields. And 27 into Quick Recovery for more healing received. Right, let's go get some ads to show you. Really, the cycle is pretty easy. This is probably one of the easiest DPS builds to run as far as keeping your buffs up. You don't have many, you've got one. I mean, you can keep Surge up. If you're gonna run Surge, make sure you don't go below the cost of your Meteor. So don't use up 170. Always keep 170 ultimates. You can always call a Meteor in if you need to. That's a key thing when using Overload with another ultimate, is that you can technically hit them with 2 ultimates, and that's works for PvP as well. A lot of people just drain their Overload and don't forget that they could hit them with a Dawnbreaker or a Meteor. But anyway, pretty simple setup. So you would launch that in, you would throw your splash in, your fire, and then you just proceed with... I just hard casted crap frags, you don't want to do that. Just proceed with... There you go, the frags just propped in. Just proceed with Crushing Shot, Heavy Attack, keeping your buff up, initiating your damage, your 2 dots, and just Heavy and Light Weave, because that obviously do dots as well. Crushing Shock to do more damage against Inflicted, and it damages enemies around as well, so it's more splash damage. And you'll just keep doing that. Hit your crystal frags when you need to. Don't just hit small adds with crystal frags. Try to aim for maybe the banner bosses or the main boss with the crystal frags, because you know, this build can hit 30k plus crystal frags on the armor set I've got at the moment, so not even top. I do believe somebody that I know that runs this build of mine has hit 50-60k frags, so yeah, you can hit quite high and still do quite decent dot damage. This is great fun. Looks good as well, the armor set. A lot of people don't have it or don't wear it. Looks quite cool. I know you've got to run trials to get it, but trials are so easy to run at the farm at the moment. It's worth trying to get on board a normal one. Just don't sit there light attacking the boss, because that'll be the last trials you run even on normal. But anyway guys, thank you for watching, and this has been another build from the Evo project.